The Monster Mile is stop number 13 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series for Season 5 as we head on to Dover, Delaware for the running of the Autism Speaks 400. Should be a great race here today. On the pole, Russ Batson, Keith's brother, I should say, Russ Batson in the 88 car has the pole at 176 miles per hour. Very, very fast for the Monster. Zed Weinstein's alongside of him in a 70. Road 2, Mike Becker. Best qualifying ever, I think, for him this season. And Jasmine Acosta in a 6. Road 3, it's Super Shears. Dougie Shears in the 99. And Adrian Becker in the 2. Row 4 has Alexandra Jones and Alex Tanker. And row 5, Jeremy Doobie in the 26 and the 5 with Colin Cropley. And Colin's been having some good qualifying runs. He just, race day performance is kind of suspect. And the 14 of Zohar Munhan and the 28 of Keith Batson occupy row number 6. Here they come, the field coming out of corner number 4 as they come down a start finish line looking for a green flag, and they did it. We're racing at Dover. And what a start Russ Batson got in the 88 car. That's where usually the trouble spot happens, right about in the first part of the race. Looking like they may be right up about there. Whew. Colin Crop is stuck up in the middle right there. He's got Keith Batson trying to shove him. Whether in a drafter out of the way, who knows? But oh, Keith Batson's turned around. Oh, bad trouble in turn number 3. Christopher Martin's in it, and Batson's in it. And Zed Weinstein, I think, won the race back to the line. Oh, poor Ann Batson. What a horrible... Both her and Keith both have had horrible seasons this season. Dylan Poteet, he was in it, I believe, too. Let's look as to what happened coming out of the fourth corner. It all started with Keith in the 28. He's the one that got turned. He was right in the middle of Jasmine Acosta and Rachel Williams in the 27. Jasmine in the 6. Let's see what happened to Keith. And he got turned by Jasmine Acosta. Then she goes right into Charles Jackson in the 10. And then Ann gets hard in the crash. Ray Castor got a piece of it. So did Dylan Poteet. Aaron Williams did a masterful job avoiding that. Chris Martin, our only 2-time winner this season. Ooh! And Keith just takes his frustration out on Chris. Chris didn't do anything to Keith, neither. But just shows you the disappointing season he's had thus far. Keith, talking about Keith Batson. Let's go on board with Keith. Following Colin Cropley in the 5. And now let's go on board with Keith's wife, Ann Batson. See what she saw. I think I might have saw Seth Cole got turned around. I'm not sure. On board with Ann Batson. Following the 24, Trent Dunham. Poor Ann trying to start her car up, and she keeps getting hit backwards and forwards, east and west, whichever, but she finally gets it going again. She's back on the track right now, but she is a lap down, so but But Zed Weinstein out in front with Russ Batson in second position. Dougie Shears running third. And Batson will start alongside of Zed Weinstein in the 70, looking for his second win of the season. Restart from the first caution of the day. Pace car moves off on the pit road. Ford's chasing the Pontiac right now as the green flag waves. We're back underway. Zed Weinstein gets a good start. He gets away from Ann Batson right away. So does Russ, and so does Dougie Shears, although they had a little bit more problems than Zed Weinstein did getting around. But Russ Batson closing in again on Zed, so we'll see what happens here. Still got plenty of racing left, still down to 33 laps to go now in this 40-lap marathon that is the Autism Speaks 400. Want to see some action? You've got it. From the rear bumper of Zed Weinstein's car, you're looking right at the 88 of Russ Batson. Russ closing in very strong, that 88 car is. And we're under yellow again, so... Oh, Josh Osborne in the 30, the Season 2 champ. Wrinkling up that Pennzoil Pontiac up pretty good. Oh, Dylan Poteet, he's spun again. I'd like to know what caused this one right here. Josh Osborne was following Lisa Shears in the 25. She's on the inside of Ann Batson there. Justin Acosta and John Acosta all in. Yeah, Ann Batson shoves Josh Osborne down, and then she hits. Oh my goodness! Batson up on two wheels. Almost turtle flipped that car just about. I don't know how you can describe that. Let's look at it again. Out of the second turn. Yeah, she bulldozes Josh Osborne from the side, and he hits Dylan Poteet in the 66. John Acosta in the 7, he got sideways, and then just... basically, just all she wrote right there. So, and the turn 2 is usually a trouble spot here at the Monster, as I said before. On board with Josh Osborne. I like to see how this one looked like from his view. Josh got his car to start, and he's back going again. And boy, I want to see what two wheels look like. And let's go back on board with Ann Batson. I'd say Ann's getting a little sick of seeing crashes from her in-car camera. On board with Ann Batson. Two crashes, and I say Ann's motor is... I say after two crashes, Ann Batson's motor is dying right now. But nonetheless, she's still at it. Zed Weinstein, still leader of the race. He's looking for a second win of the season. Russ Batson runs second. Third is Alexander Jones. Fourth, Jeremy Doobie. Fifth is Dougie Shear. Sixth, Sohar Munhan. Eighth, Dalton Day. Ninth is... seventh is Dalton Day. Eighth, Connor Breton. Ninth is Mike Becker. And 10th is Mike Doobie. Then comes Jack Richards, Alex Tanker in 12th, Colin Cropley 13th, Trent Dunham 14th, and Seth Cole runs 15th right now. as the pace car ducks off on the pit road. The field again will be led by Zed Weinstein. He'll have Ann Batson and Josh Osborne now to deal with on the inside. And again, Zed Weinstein gets a better jump, as Ann and Josh now has the job of staying out of the lead lap car's ways now, as both of them are a lap down. Look at Russ Batson. He's got horsepower in that Roush Yates Ford. And Alexandra Jones has got the same thing with her Chevrolet. Russ to the lead, Alexandra to second, and Jeremy Doobie at the third. Zed Weinstein slipping back just a little bit in a 70 car as they go off into turn number 3. Dover, I look at it as kind of a rhythm track in some ways. Of course, any track can be a rhythm track, but just keep your rhythm going at it, and I guess, well, I don't know where I'm going with that actually, but I don't know. Forget I said all that. Well, any track can be a rhythm track if you just get it going on whatever, on how you drive the track. So that's what I'm trying to say here. But nonetheless, it's a pair of blue and white cars, one a Ford with Russ Batson and one a Chevrolet with Alexandra Jones. Russ and both drivers looking for their second win of the season. So is Jeremy Doobie. He also looking for his second win of the year, and so is Zed Weinstein. All four of them with one win, and make that a fifth one with Dougie Shears. He runs fifth. Well, look at Alexandra just stalking Russ Batson. Alexandra's saying, "Come on, Russ, let me pass you." Russ probably saying, "Over my dead body, Alexandra. I got the lead and I want to keep it." About the time I say that, Alexandra got Russ loose coming out of the second turn, and Alexandra Jones now to the lead as she brings the Crown Petroleum Fast Fair Chevrolets in the number 1 spot. And Zed Weinstein's trying to pick his way back up to the field as he's got the shove from Jeremy Doobie in the 26. In fact, Jeremy's trying for second himself as Alexandra Jones continues to be out in front as she leads the halfway lap. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go here at Dover for car number 20. A lot of 20s here. But Chevrolet in first, Pontiac in second, and then 2 Fords, third and fourth, and another Chevrolet in fifth now with Dalton Day. This is the best Dalton has run all season long, which I find that hard to believe. He's usually one of the top drivers in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He had great points finishes. He had great points finishes in, I think, seasons 2 and in season 2. And won twice in season 4. He took season 3 off and had Adam Chambers in that car. And Adam did a great job with that 17 machine in season 3. Of course, Adam Chambers in a tie for number 1 with Ashley Sears on the all-time win list in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, each with 7 wins. And of course, Russ Batson Keith Batson and Dylan Poteet and Ann Batson in a 3-way tie with 6 wins. Zed Weinstein now quickly drops back down to about the 5th spot now as Alexandra Jones continues to lead the field. As this time by, she will have 15 laps to go to try to hold off the rest of the field. But Jeremy Doobie in that 26, he's closing. Take you through the field right there. There's Russ Batson in 3rd, Dalton Day running 4th, Zed Weinstein 5th, Mike Becker running 6th in a battle with Zohar Munhan in the 14. He's in 7th, Jack Richards in 8th. Connor Breton dropping the 9th, Mike Doobie in 10th. Then comes Trent Dunham in 11th, Colin Cropley in 12th. trying to recover from that disappointing effort at Charlotte when he finished 29th, so. But regardless of the season, Colin can say now he's got a win in the series with by winning at Martinsville, as now Ryan Cooper passes him for the 13th, or for 12, I should say. Colin down to 13th. Colin's up on the high side, and now he's going to lose more spots. No surprise, he's probably what he's saying. Dougie Shears, though, driving on the inside of Justin Acosta now in the 9. 9 and 99 going at it. Both of them Fords. And now Acosta's getting freight trained. Justin, that is, as he's getting freight trained by Dougie Shears, Ray Castor, Sasha Dawson, Michael Dawson, Ryan Acosta. Now Cropley goes back down on the low side. Then a battle now with the 75 of Seth Cole and the 22 of Kathy Kintara. As Justin Acosta keeps losing spots as they come out of the second turn. And meantime, Alexander Jones got freight trained, and now Jeremy Doobie's in the lead with Dalton Day running second. We now have 9.5 laps to go. Dalton Day is there. He says he says I want that first win of the season. Come on. Dalton peeking down low. Tucks in behind Doobie as they go down in the backstretch. Into the third turn now. 8 laps to go now. 32 down in the books for Jeremy Doobie. Dalton Day, though, closing right. Dalton had a peek to the inside of 2, but nothing doing. Jeremy Doobie slams the door on him as they go into turn 3. 7 to go. Zed Weinstein is moving up. So is Alexander Jones. Russ Batson, Mike Becker, all of them. And Dalton still getting the door slammed by Jeremy Doobie. 6 to go. Doobie pulling away just a slight there as they come out of the second turn. And pace car's off on the track. Oh, poor Ann Batson. That's the 3rd wreck I believe Ann's been in today. It's a wonder why her number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet is still going. Guess it's like a Timex, keeps a licking and takes a licking and keep on ticking. I don't know, but that may not be Ann. I did see, however, Alexander Dawson in the pits, so that may be Alexander Dawson. See, he was in a battle with Seth Cole in a 75. There you see whether he's right behind Josh Osborne in a 30. Oh, Rachel Williams in the 27. I think Rachel may have hit him. Josh Osborne drives Alexander Dawson into Rachel Williams, and then sends a little synchronized spinning between the 42 and the 27, but takes both Alexander and Rachel out of the race. And all this with 6 laps remaining in the race. I think we will get the race restarted, but oh boy. A couple cars bouncing, indicating both Alexander and Rachel stalled their cars out. On board with Alexander Dawson. Alexander getting his car refired. And he gets it back going again. Now from on board Rachel Williams' car. Rachel Rachel's looks more or less like a 100-mile-an-hour slide. On board with Rachel. Rachel couldn't seem to get her car started. It finally does and gets it back going again. But it looks like this will be a green-white checkered here at Dover. It'll be the green flag, then the white flag, and then the checkered flag. Can Jeremy Doobie hold them all off in the last 2 laps? Dalton Day, he's hungry for a win. Zed Weinstein, he wants a number 2 win. So does Alexander Jones. So does Russ Batson. Mike Becker wants a win. Who will do it in the 2 laps left to go here in the Autism Speaks 400? Here we go. Both drivers get a good start. Dalton Day, he's there. Out of turn 2. Here he comes. He dives inside. So does Zed Weinstein. They go 3 wide into turn number 3. Weinstein to the lead. Off the 4th corner, white flag waves. 1 lap remaining. Now can Dalton Day come up on Zed Weinstein for the win? I don't think it'll happen as they come out of the 2nd turn. Weinstein driving his, Dalton Day driving his heart out, but the Autism Speaks 400 will belong to Zed Weinstein. He's won at Dover. What a finish here. They were 3 wide into turn 3, coming to the white flag, and Zed Weinstein comes out the victor in that race. Just a great race here today at Dover. And that light race caution screwed Jeremy Doobie up here. 100.857 the average speed of the race. Zed Weinstein, the winner of the race. Dalton Day finishes 2nd. Then comes Russ Batson. Mike Becker finishes 4th. Jack Richards 5th. Connor Breton 6th. 7th is Zohar Munhan. 8th, Alexander Jones. 9th, Trent Dunham. And 10th, Jeremy Doobie. He dropped down to 10th in 2 laps. Just amazing. Then down the list here, Ryan Cooper, Charles Jackson, Sasha Dawson, Mike Doobie, and Ryan Acosta. Then comes Dougie Shears, Kathy Quintara, Michael Dawson, Seth Cole, and Ray Castor. The top 20 of the race. And Jasmine Acosta 21st, Colin Cropley 22nd. Colin had a top 10 going on too. Car just insisted to go up high. That's the only logical reason I have for that. Adrian Becker 28th down to. Then 2 cars out of the race, Alexander Dawson and Chris Martin. And of course, Ann Batson and Josh Osborne. Rough day for both these drivers. Both Ann finishing 1 lap down, Josh 2 laps down. But a big win for Zed Weinstein. He's now a 2-time winner this season. The number 70 J.D. McDuffie machine. Pocono's our next stop on the tour. Let's see how the points are right now. After 13 races, Jeremy Doobie with the lead over Sasha Dawson with 76 points. Ray Castor 3rd in the points. Connor Breton 4th. 5th, Justin Acosta. 6th is Zed Weinstein. He's moved up to 6th in the points. Taylor Acosta 7th. 8th, Dougie Shears. 9th, Alexander Jones. And Alexander Dawson is in 10th position right now. Russ Batson, Dylan Poteet, Mike Doobie, Colin Cropley, and Zohar Munhan, the top 15 in the points. Down to Ryan Cooper in 33rd. 3rd right now. Trent Dunham moves up to 18th in the points. He's been on a tear of late with 4 top 10s in the last several races. Still you have to get that top 5. Then Kathy Quintara 36th. Dalton Day 35th in points. He's got 2 top fives, both of them so far. And so, Pocono will be the next up on the tour, the 5-Hour Energy 500.